Just make sure it sounds okay. All right, got it fixed. All right. So even though we had some move up, it still just looks kind of like it's just been grinding, a slow grind higher. We're at 97. We're still, looks like we're back heading towards that possible, what, 5502? Been consolidating a good bit above this 97. Just don't know if that's a... Actually, no, I need to wait for the 9 to be above the 20 there. Big old box here. Wow, that was a nice little fake out, huh? Not going to be in a real big hurry to take trades this evening. We're just going to have to wait for some setups, guys. We don't really want to continue the red. We got these big fair value gaps down there that kind of need to be cleared out. Yeah, I think so. Small that. Man, even though we've had some movement, I feel like this is just what we left this morning. Oh goodness, because it looks like we had to move up, but it still looks like horrible movement up. It's just a grind. See these small little candles? Doesn't really offer to me good entries. Not entries that I would like. Maybe that one. So maybe one little entry there, but the rest of it's been horrible. Maybe we'll just look for 5 points. I think that'll be the safest bet today in this market. Or 20 points, I'm sorry. Oh, goodness. All right. Once again, we're trying to get above that 97. Man, once it goes, it's probably going to break out and not really offer an entry here. Oh, dang it. So on the NASDAQ, we are testing the IBH, which is sitting at the 821s. What's up, man? Dude, this stuff doesn't look any better, John Carter. It's just been a straight grind all the way up. So if we can lose the 20s, next target would be 805. Man, if I can just find a place to get 5 points, I'll be happy with 5 points at this point. Or 20 ticks. What's crazy is we're bouncing off that opening range low from this morning. We're literally at the bottom of the opening candle from this morning. Ooh, we finally get something maybe. There we go. What time is it? Oh, that's the end of the macro. Unfortunately, this is the moves. It's like chop, 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 10, 20 point candle, chop, 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 chop. Like, so you sit here for an hour waiting for us to get out of this box. Maybe we come back and retest the 97s where we've been stuck at. Yeah, that's why I got off early this morning, Eric. The day was so choppy, and it doesn't look any better. Yeah, it was a choppy day for all of us today. I'd be happy just finding 20-point move this evening if we can find just a nice 20-point move. All right, we're kind of running into a pivot at the 44s. I'm going to use this fair value gap as my stop loss. Still just chopping. Might even go to break even quick just because of how choppy it is. I mean, we're just struggling just to get 5 points. The struggles. All right. Whew. My God. Just to get to 5 points was like, come on. So this is something that I've been trying to implement, the pullback with the fair value gaps. And the trades seem to be a lot stronger when you add the fair value gap trade to it. I just wish I had the courage to kind of get a better entry once I saw that this box was going to hold. I wish I can buy closer to the bottom of this box and only risk it like maybe, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 ticks, or, not, well, about 5 handles or something. Or 20 points. All right, so that was a one and done on that account. That because I was using 1 mini, 5 points, $100. So I don't know. Not really sure if I want to switch back over to eval, or do I want to attempt another funded trade? Whew, that thing only offered one good entry, and after that it broke through. And I don't know if that could be a possible entry. I mean, I understand the inversions, but I still kind of struggle on which entries are the better entries. To me, I'd be more interested in a long here than I would a short, because that's just like a nice wick through the 20 EMA there. But there's no follow through, just like all day. Nice. I gotta say that's one thing that I do like about Fast Track. Like, you don't have to worry about no fees. It's just a straight flat $100. Let me switch. What we did is we switched over to micros. We got one account that we're trading the minis with. Make sure I am on minis. I mean micros. Yep. So far, really, no lag or delays or anything today. I guess we're going for the 502 up there. What you thinking over there, John Carter? Any entry setups you're looking at, or? So we're just going to stay to short targets. If we can just get 20 points. How many trades did you take today, Eric? Hopefully tomorrow should be a lot better than this. I'm hoping this is just part of the core CPI numbers that come out tomorrow. Too many. You know what, man? Once I got down on 2 accounts this morning. After that, I was like, okay, I just ended it at 11 o'clock today. I didn't want to continue the damage, so I thought it was just best to put it away. So, but we're fortunate enough to be green on 2 accounts. So not big profits. My one eval, we're up 137 from this morning. We took one trade. The other eval, it's pretty much gone. Then my one funded, what do you call it? Fast track. We're up $100. And so now we've downsized to 5 micros, and we're just going to look for, say, $50 to $100, one trade. If I could just get $50, I'd be happy with that. Just nice small profits. Nice small profits. Yeah, I don't wonder why yours took so long, Eric. I'm doing my best to baby mine, Eric. Like really, really hard baby him. Because there's no more fees. There's no reason to be in a hurry. You know, they're small accounts. You only need to make $1,250. So I'm gonna do my best to grind those. I mean, 2 payouts from Apex, I'm pretty much back to break even. I mean, my fast track. I'm sorry. 2 payouts from fast track, we're break even. Yeah, the only thing about my fast track is if you're trying to give like credit to somebody on that, you have to use their link, because I've only heard of a few people having a discount code. But I've also been thinking about doing a My Funded Futures too, because they have a good deal going on right now. If you never had one of their accounts, I want to say it's like $46 all in, which is a really good deal. No activation fee if you pass. Well, we're finally getting a little movement, but can't just jump in. Every time I've ever tried to jump into something like this, a breakout, I always buy at the top. So that's pretty close to the 3:30 hour. So maybe we'll get a little movement here. Maybe we'll finally get some volatility to finish off the day. Get some nice clean candles. These candles have been horrible today. I've been slowly, gradually trying to get used to trading Quant Hour. Actually, this is not even Quant Hour. This is the fast track. What do you call it? Nitro. This is Nitro here. I did have some issues with Nitro last week, but so far this week I haven't had no issues with entries. It's been instant. Oh, I knew something was looking weird. I was like, why is my charts looking kind of weird? I'm on the 5-minute charts. The regular quant. I just use the Nitro because it has all the free indicators, Eric. And this way you don't have to pay for them. And you just get them free. And you can still switch back and forth. I have Quantower and Nitro both tabs beside each other. See, I'm looking at the wrong freaking charts. Not that I'm aware of. I think you only can just be signed into one or the other at one time, but you can flip back and forth. All right. So this is the kind of moves we get. We get chopping around. We get the big boner candle. Then we'll chop around, pull back. This is kind of what the market has pretty much offered all the day. This is count destroyer freaking type of movement. I'm hoping we can spread it out a little bit, get some space, then pull back into the 9 or 21 and maybe have like a fair value gap here to help with the support level. Oh, yeah, there's really no getting this type of move. I mean, to me, it's just a luck type thing. Unless you're already in this move, just riding this chop up, you're not getting these type of moves. Those are the moves that just come out of nowhere after you sit here and watch chop. I mean, you're not going to jump in it because you just watched the market chop for the last 30 minutes. All right, so got a little fair value gap here. Be nice if we can get a nice pullback into this gap, find support. Habitual sell extenders. Plus, you got the ES kind of bouncing off the IBH, so that's good too. I like to see something a little bit deeper. Oh, excuse me. Another thing I don't like about this is the ES is at that major support at the 502s. Ugh. I don't know if I have the cojones to take this one. All right, the gap's looking good, holding. See if this gap's gonna hold. Goodness, my throat. All right, so it looks like that gap's gonna fail. All right, gap's no good. All right, so it looks like we're rolling back over again. We're kind of back at that target from earlier in this here. This is where we just bounce forever here. So I guess that could have been a possible inversion trade if you're into taking those. John Carter, did you take this inversion play? What was the stop loss on that? 68. About a 10 point. Not too bad. Man. Well, we're getting below that 97. Just don't know if it's a fake breakout. Doesn't look like it. it was a fake out there. Man, these entries are so tough. There's not really setups. See, we're pretty much back in that same target as we were in the last hour or so. So that's what makes the entry so hard. Is this area right here? Well, at least we got about 8 minutes left before the death candle possibly. So maybe we'll get a little bit of death candle, a little excitement here at the 55 time. Woo. I mean, there's really not even a lot to say right now. We're just here, blah, blah, blah. Which one, David? The wedding one ended, I want to say yesterday. Where the ones that you get direct funded for 90. I think now it's a buy 5 1 get 1 free. It comes out to, I want to say 105 an account. What about the 50K for 48? Oh, my funded futures. I'm sorry. I saw the F's and I'm thinking of 5. So if you're a brand new customer to my funded futures, apparently that special is only for brand new customers. So like I've had my funded futures, like just an affiliate thing set up, but I've never had one of their accounts yet. Just Husk. All my codes are the same. Wow, we finally. Looks like maybe that ES wants to touch that O2 again. So that's what I at least understood about the discount. This is what Methodical Man was telling me about it. But I don't know if you get that same discount if you've already had a My Funded Futures account. See, it's really hard to get long on this breakout because if you're watching the ES, you know we're about to run into that 502. Maybe it'll finally push on through. We got 18 seconds left on this candle. We're above the IBH, so that's a plus. Let's see what this next candle brings. Oh, it still didn't. Well, it's still struggling to hold that IBH. I was really hoping the IBH would hold. That I don't know, Eric. Let's see. Let's see if it'll. It's just gonna leave without us. There's no way to just jump in that crap. Oh, there's their death candle. Whew. Good thing we didn't try that. Wow. I'm hoping that's a liquidity grab for us to move higher. Ooh, that thing bounced right off the opening range low, back to the opening candle. And that was on the ES. Man, I was just hoping maybe for 20 ticks, but I'm struggling just to find entries. So we still got about 4 minutes before we get the 55 death candle. I mean, we're getting a pretty good push on the ES, but the NASDAQ just does not look like it's moving up with it. Woo, still no push up, guys. Just pretty much still barcoding. Slow grinds. I'm almost scared to just try long. And might be best if I just try to get a entry on a sim account instead of this funded account. So we got about a minute and a half, or a little over a minute before we get the 55 death candle. Wow. That was the 54. It's not even at 55 yet, and it's already slingshotting. Got 30 seconds left before the we're not going to put a standing order because we don't have it. We're not on an eval account now at the moment. We're on a funded account, so we can't just be putting a standing order and just saying, "Hey, maybe it'll go." Hmm. The volatility is too wild right here to jump into this. What is the... Doesn't really look any better. Well, it looks like we might only have... Luckily, we got that one little trade in earlier for $100. Yeah, I mean that there's just no way to enter that without a repercussion of a sharp pullback. Yeah, David, that's why I ended up not streaming any longer today. That's why we called it quits. We knew if we had stayed on, we would have been enticed to trade more. So I thought it was just best not to continue. But we're at least able to find one 20-point move for $100. That so far, that's the only trade we've been able to find this evening. And are we finally going to get above that 02? If we get above that 02, the 5502 on the ES, I would think we would go. All right, so we should run now. I just don't want to jump in at the top. Yeah. There's just no good follow through, man. It's going to run at the end. It's so the wicks is what makes this crappy. Holy crap. All right, that was the 3 o'clock candle or 4 o'clock candle. Well, guys, hopefully you guys were able to not take any more losses at the end of the day, because that was horrible price action for the last hour. So I feel like we survived the power hour. We didn't get tempted by taking a trade that wasn't there. There was really no setups. I'm not sure if this would have counted as an inversion play or not. I'm not positive. But as far as any other setups for me, there wasn't any. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully tomorrow it will be much better in the morning. So we'll be back at 9:15 in the morning. So hopefully tomorrow morning it'll be a lot more cleaner. And we do have core CPI numbers tomorrow, and I think initial job claims, and we have some kind of I think it's 10-year note at 2 o'clock tomorrow, or 1 o'clock tomorrow. All right, guys, we will talk to you guys in the morning.
trade with. I just want you, you know, all I ever want, like, especially with that specific prop firm, all I care about is that people don't get fucked. That's all. I want them to succeed. I just won't be trading with them. That's all. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. You know, I don't have to get a fucking FTT account. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Let's Talk. Appreciate it. Just saying, Tony, like, yo, like, in terms of, like, I don't want to get into politics, but you think she actually is pulling any shots? She's just literally reading from a teleprompter. She has no, she's no different than fucking